1, 1, 2. Check me out right here, yo. Need to turn the track up a little bit for me. All up in my ears. The mic is loud, but the music ain't loud. Yeah. Yeah. Now the mic is low now. Turn the mic up a little bit. My shit is all the way up. Yeah. The music is loud. It's knocking though. That's what I'm talking about. That's from the wild out.
Lack of reverence for each other. Did we run out?
Black Devil.
Black Devils. I started that out for a reason. Because we always talk about what we want to create and what we want to set up as a community. But we never talk about what we need to stop to get to what it is that we want to create. In order to get to what we want to create, it's going to require that we stop doing something. Because our actions and our participation is already a contribution. It's already creating some of the things that we want to stop. So before we can even get to starting something new, we got to come to a complete stop with what we have given our energy to that have created the old paradigm that we live in. That's really what a protest is. When we think of a protest, we think of people standing outside with picket signs and marching against corporate institutions for more jobs, or marking or protesting against things that the government are doing that they disagree with signs and people marching in front of city buildings and in public places. But we don't know that our life is a protest against the things that we desire. Our life harbors what our true conviction is, not just as groups, but as individuals. In each and every individual's life, you will find their real conviction and what they really stand for, their real position, what their real integrity is. We have a lot of ideas of how we come together and we share information and consciousness among one another. We got a lot of good philosophies, a lot of good perspectives. But what about our conviction about what we really stand for and what we stand against in our own actions? We want to see change in the world, but we're unwilling to change on the most minuscule level. We want the world to see our ideas manifest in the world, but we continue to give our energy to the things that we don't want to see anymore without any discipline. We fall victim to repeating and perpetuating the cycle that continues the things that we no longer want to see happening and going on. So what I'm saying here tonight is that black supremacy from the dimension of a protest is a position of non-movement against the things that do not represent what we stand for as individuals. Notice, I didn't say what we stand for as a group. I said what we stand for as individuals. Because the group will represent the stance of the collective, of the individuals that are involved. You follow what I'm saying? So that means all our convictions will balance out into what we end up doing as a group, or what we project as a group, or what we put our energy together to stand against. So it boils down to individual conviction and self-analysis and looking at one's own self and then being true within the spectrum of one's own actions. So when we protest, not per se against a government institution or against telling people about what we think about what they're doing, but protesting against as taking all our actions, ceasing all our actions and energy that we give to these institutions. If we can do that, we can expect other people to do it. So protesters are not always the losing forces. The white man is protesting all the time. Every advertisement that he has, he's protesting something. They're always protesting to push capitalism. The more commercials they do, they're protesting against you not spending money. They protesting as you sitting at home in the comfort of your own space, they're protesting against that and saying, come on out and spend money. Sending billboards and flyers to your television screen and advertisements. Get out your house. Come down here and buy one of these cars from the dealership. They protesting hard on the here. I'm not on the black supremacy thing, but I have, you know, I'm when it comes to getting this money, I have integrity there. Some have lost all their goddamn integrity. Some. They just kept deceptively rationalizing it out. I can do this, I can do that, you know, forget that, I don't know, you know, I can actually love white people. Actually, you know, I can love aliens. It just started getting so broad. They just, because they're losing integrity, they've argued out standing for anything. They go from, let me show you how it begins. You know, we could just sell a few items to make some money for the community, you know, make some cakes or something, or sell some incense, and then before you know it, next year they got a business selling incense, $25 a pack with golden labels on it. Because when you deceptively rationalize, it just keeps opening up. You just keep bending it and twisting it. You follow what I'm saying? And it gets open and open. Before you know it, you somewhere else. You're so far away from any idea about where you should be at. You completely didn't went back to sleep. People see you 2 years later, you selling flavored pantyhose, instant flavored pantyhose. Like, what happened, brother? You couldn't stretched it. And now the black God is looking at you in your nakedness. Like, what happened? I ate from the tree of deceptive rationalization. The capitalism and the materialism in the people is so strong, they'll have you not even protesting against them. They'll have you like, well, okay, that's what you're doing. You know, okay, that's your ideas. You know, we don't have to argue, we agree to disagree. I mean, that's just where you get to. But with a certain level of firmness, you will protest them to the end. And they will see that their ideas are so silly. You follow what I'm saying? But that's how we transform people, by being solid. If we're not solid, then we are convinced against the things that we stand for. This happens all the time when we are interacting with people. We can't even stand in the conversations because we cannot stand. We protesting against fear. If y'all doing this, you know what's going to happen to you. If y'all going to do this, we're going to say, we're going to ride it all the way through and protest to the very end. We're not afraid of nothing. We're not worried about that. We're absolutely clear about like we're ready to deal with whatever comes. Like we're 100% absolutely secure. That's a protest against insecurity, and we're protesting against the insecurity in other black people. This is a personal message that I'm going into tonight about us being able to stand for what we stand for. If we cannot stand for what we stand for, we are not worthy of the things that we profess to be trying to create. We must stand firm. Because when you lose your integrity, you only lose it by yourself. You don't lose it with other people. You can't lose your mind with other people. You can only lose your mind. You hear me? Other people can be very sane with whatever they're doing. They can get away with it. But when you lose your own personal integrity, you have lost your mind by yourself. You have lost your way by yourself. You have become lost by yourself. So thus you can get lost in the crowd. And the crowd is very found. That's the issue with black unity. We end up unified standing on nothing versus finding togetherness with those who stand for the same thing. I don't seek unity with anybody because we're not unified on the same stance. I let my stance, the magnetism of standing solid, the gravitational pull of standing in an unmovable location, I let that magnetize to me who I'm supposed to be standing next to. Have our lives proved that we all can acquire some particular type of material? Have we all learned that by now? This is the chance to stand for something. We gave our time, energy, and labor to work for the white man, to chase after what he bakes, what he orders, what he produced, what he labels, what he packaged? Have we not put our time chasing after that? Didn't we work for that? So what degree are we at now? We at the master's degree now. We at the degree where we stand on our square. You follow what I'm saying? We not chasing the earth, going to and fro seeking who we made it out. Individual must go within themselves and focus themselves like a laser on what they want to manifest, on what they want to create in the world, what they want to be consistent with manifesting. It ain't all got to be, it don't all have to be the same, because if you're doing it to be the same with others, you're not true to it, because it's reality. To know what you agree with is to know what you disagree with. To know what you are for is to know what you are against. Bottom line, we don't want to be against nothing. Thus, we're not for anything. It's time for us to be against those, black or white, that are against black supremacy. There's a...
While I load up this right, attention! Now all my soldiers start fighting. It's time to go deep cover. We the weapon like Danny Glover, smother like Jelly, ready. Go deep like Jim Kelly. Fuck it all y'all buckets. Open up y'all belly. If we plain bitch, where we ain't. I heard we had drama, motherfucker. Put up the bids and now we try to take. Cause all I want to be was a soldier. All I want to be was a soldier. No limit soldiers. I thought I told you. We no limit soldiers. I thought I told you. We no limit soldiers. I thought I told you. We no limit soldiers. I thought I told you. I'm a no